Signal lost beyond the Shackleton expanses. If anyone hears this, we are not alone. We are Trident. There's a silence in the stars tonight, where the light bends out of view. We were sent to chart the unknown skies. Now the unknown staring through. Every signal feels like a warning sign. Every shadow breathes alive. But we carry the flame of a dying line and the will to survive. We are the last line holding against what we can't define. Through the void we are calling. We will not rewind.
This is a medical reminder. Crewman Jay Halverson, this is your 4th reminder to report to sickbay for your physical. Ignoring Dr. Mary will not make her go away. Engineering notice. Whoever reprogrammed the captain's Minotaur hologram, it has now been spotted charging through Deck 14 shouting, "Ramming speed!" Please retrieve or disable immediately. Security advisory. If you see a billiards table where there should not be a billiards table, do not interact with it. Report it. And for the love of Q, please don't try playing with it. Culinary services update. Good news, cadets! The random replicator error on Deck 9 has been corrected. Spicy Ractigino surprise is no longer explosive, but it may knock your socks off still.
Retreat, no surrender. We are forged in the storm. Every loss we remember, every scar we transform.
Attention all hands. Attention all hands. This is your automated shipboard announcement system aboard the USS Silverlight E. All crew and visiting personnel are advised. We are now entering a critical mission phase. Previously, on Star Trek Trident, a dangerous pursuit led the crew deep into the unknown reaches of the Shackleton Expanse, where alliances were tested and a powerful adversary known only as R resurfaced from the shadows. An illegal mind link device, unstable and highly experimental, was activated, triggering consequences no one could have predicted.
Warning! Neural interference. Identity instability detected.
A mission meant to uncover the truth, instead fractured it.
Crew status compromised. Psychological integrity uncertain.
With reality now in question, the line between ally and enemy begins to blur. And as the crew returns to the Saturn research outpost under emergency conditions, they must confront a threat that cannot be seen, because it may already be among them. All personnel remain at readiness condition 1. Trust no assumption. Verify all identities. Stand by for mission start. Star Trek Trident will begin shortly.
Hand of the human race through every fracture in time and space.
We rise! We rise!
Hear the call from the endless night. Feel the surge of the final fight. We are hope in the dying light.
We fight! We fight!
If the stars should fade away and the night consume.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Star Trek Trident, Season 2, Episode 4, fractured souls. I wonder what's going on with our crew. Let's find out. How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
Hello.
Oh, Symbol, you finally made it back from your research.
Yeah, I was here. I've been here for a couple minutes.
You finally made it back from your research.
Lines at the dining hall, am I right? The one day that I need him not to be there.
Lines at the mess hall on the ship are wild.
Yeah.
Alright, and without further ado, let's jump over to introducing ourselves.
Oh, we do have the thing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am PA Kenny USA, aka RT Studios, your production engineer and your loyal Q, your rambunctious R, and a bunch of other characters we'll soon discover. And I'm gonna pass it off to that way. Go that person.
Yeah.
Symbol.
Okay.
All right. So, yep. You know me. I'm Simbel. Apologies for not being here last time. I had something that I had to do, which went very, very well, and I'm very happy I got to do that. I am Aqualis. I don't think that the Shadow guys are in this anymore, right?
What shadow
They
guys?
might be. I'm not sure. 998.
Oh no, they went on their merry way.
All right, nice. Yeah, that's
Yep.
kind of what we needed.
Yep.
And I will go to the other person that has their camera up.
Oh, that would be me. Hi, folks. I am Trisha Welsh. I play Lady Mary and Rags. And Rags is going to have lots of really weird nightmares.
And who are you passing on to?
I am passing it on to our wonderful Ruby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is up, y'all? I am Jordan. I play 3 characters. I play the intelligent, badass bird, Ruby. I play our beloved son, Ren. And I play the crazy, chaotic character, Pansy. So, yeah. So if you guys are confused who does Ren, I do. Don't get confused. I'm passing the baton to my beloved mate and Sir Captain. Bring it on home.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I play the very charismatic and totally awesome Captain Elena Moroz.
All right. And with that being said, are we all ready for the trauma that's about to unfold?
Oh,
Pansy, you don't
What-
get involved in
Bring
it.
on the bloodshed.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after the opening sequence, and then jump into the opening crawl, and then we'll jump into the game. For our cast members, please tune into the in-house Discord stream to listen to what's happening during the sequence. Thank you.
Warning, hull integrity at 72%. Multiple impacts detected. Emergency warp preparation in progress. The doors burst open. Smoke floods the corridor. Emergency lights flash red. Crew in white Starfleet medical hazmat suits rush forward as 2 gurneys slam through the gantry at speed. On one, Rags, motionless, her yellow uniform scorched, vitals unstable. On the other, R, equally unconscious, equally dangerous.
Clear the corridor. Level 4 quarantine protocols in effect. At Rag's side, Lady Mary, focused, urgent, refusing to let go. Stay with me, Rags. Don't you dare slip now.
Behind them, Captain Elaine Morse storms through the chaos, issuing commands with razor precision.
Seal the medical wing. No one in or out without my authorization.
Symbol follows close behind, scanning rapidly, her eyes darting between the two patients. Something's wrong. This isn't just trauma. The USS Silverlight E barrels forward, scarred, engines flaring. Pirate vessels peel away behind it as warp energy builds. Warp drive charged, course locked. Saturn, prepare for maximum warp.
The stars stretch. Then, another gurney arrives. Ren, barely conscious. They're wheeled into a quieter section of sickbay, less chaotic, but no less urgent. Standing there, waiting, a towering, composed presence. The Gorn therapist, cold, observant, unshaken.
You have returned. Altered. Ren struggles to focus.
What happened?
The Gorn leans closer, voice low, probing. That is precisely what we must uncover. You exhibited abilities beyond your known capacity. Tell me, what did you see in the arena? Ren's eyes flicker, fragments of memory, light, chaos, something awakening. Heavy blast doors slam shut. Quarantine seal engaged, biohazard level 5. Inside, R and Rags lie on adjacent biobeds, surrounded by scanning equipment. Energy readings spike, fluctuate. Outside the glass, Elaine, Symbol, and Mary watch. Tension hangs thick, monitors flicker, vitals stabilize. Then, Rags' fingers twitch, R's eyes snap open. At the exact same moment, they both inhale sharply, confused, disoriented. She looks down at her hands. Not right, not her own. He tries to move. Something's missing. Something gone. They slowly turn their heads and lock eyes. A silence, heavy, realization creeping in. Symbol scanner spikes violently. No, that's not possible. Elaine steps forward.
Report.
Symbol hesitates. Then, Captain, I think they didn't just link minds. They switched. R, now in Rags' body, stares in disbelief. Rags, now in R's body. A faint surge of energy crackles around her hands. Uncontrolled, unfamiliar, dangerous. Warning, unknown energy signature detected.
At the edge where the stars fall silent, where the signal fades to black, there's a call from the veil that's rising, and it's pulling us back. Shadows move through broken stations. Truth is twisted, nothing's clear. Every step into the unknown feeds the chaos, feeds the fear. Feel it crawling through your memory. Feel it bending what is real. Two minds crossing into one now. A truth we were not meant to feel. We dive into the veil tonight. Through the dark we fight the light. Every memory on the line. We won't break, we won't divide. Through the fire, through the pain, through the echoes of your name. We are more than what we've known. We will bring our people home. Black market dreams and silent deals. 1,000 secrets left to rot. The machine hums deep below us, takes everything you've got. Fusing thoughts into a nightmare, blurring lines of who we are. If we lose ourselves inside it, we may never make it far. Hear the voices, are they yours now? Feel the fracture in your soul. Every thought becomes a weapon. Every piece no longer holds. We dive
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and welcome to Star Trek Trident, Season 2, Episode 4. I know it said Episode 3. That was a technical bug on our production team's side, but don't worry, we got things covered. We're gonna start on the. Actually, we're gonna start in sickbay, where it all happens.
All right.
And I will let our characters place their tokens where they'd like. I'm just gonna remove a bunch of random tokens that are not necessary, like that. That. Lady Mary, you're there.
Let me figure this out really quick.
Yeah.
Oh, this,
Yep.
No, this buddy's not in this, so I am out of this
this
one.
interface
Yep.
is this interface is not great.
Yeah.
What?
Roll 20. What do you expect?
Yeah, I have never used this before. Tried it, so.
Yep. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going to remove that. That's not an extent task necessary. So Lady Mary's there. Why is there?
Which side?
Oh, that's an extra Lady Mary.
Which side am I on, left or right?
You are.
Right.
These
I
are the
didn't
two
drop that.
medical beds that we're working with. So Simbo, you're over like there. I need to put.
By the way, I know the This is a quick note. I know the pre-sequence thing said my name wrong again.
Yeah.
It's fine. The accent is on the E, not the
Yeah.
I.
Ruby,
That's
do you want me to
just-
put your
that's just
token
for
on
the-
the map?
I did.
Am I in this? I didn't.
Yeah, all of
didn't
you
see
are
my
in.
own
All of
character
you are in
model.
sick bay. Yeah.
I was
all
more
of you are
talking
in-
to the audience because you guys already know,
Okay.
but like,
Yeah.
they wouldn't know. So
Captain, you are here because you were barking orders at the crew, so we're gonna put you two side by side.
There's Lady Mary.
And then, yeah, where is Rags? There we are. I have to put Rags on the bed here. And then,
I'm tired. Why am I-
I'm gonna just drag a random character for Q. We'll just use this dude Drillin for Q.
Excuse me while I reboot my D20 or roll 20.
Oh, yeah.
Roll 20, yeah.
Yeah, it decided that it was going to be stupid.
Yeah, it does that sometimes. It's been having lag.
Everything's doing that today.
All right. So we are starting off with Rags and R waking up, looking at each other. The alarms have gone off. The quarantine's engaged. And Rags' hands are now having a weird crackling energy around them.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rags. AKA. Remember, things happened.
Oh yes, things happen.
Oh, to me?
No,
Oh no, to
right.
me.
To her character.
Yeah, to me.
Just let me know if you need anything.
Well, Simbal, you just realized, and you told the crew in the opening thing that like you think they switch bodies. Rags and
I
R
didn't
switched
hear
bodies.
myself say that, but okay.
That's what happened with the last episode. They had a mind link thing and it went wrong, and
Oh right, yeah. Now I remember that.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
mm.
R's in Rags' body, Rags is in R's body. Out of character knowledge.
Okay, so am I waking up in as Rex?
Yeah, I would
waking up
just
in
tell
R's
people
body
that.
right now.
You're waking up as Rags, so R in Rags' body.
That's not my hand. That's not my hand.
You're good at catching that.
Oh no.
As you look over at the other bed where R bolts up, right? And yep, go ahead.
So, wait, am I okay? I'm confused.
You're observing this. Go ahead. What do you? You had a
I'm
question?
with which?
You're with Rags right here.
The actual Rags or the not? Okay.
Okay, so it's weird. So they've switched bodies. So
Tell me
You're-
which actual person.
the actual person, like the body or the mind,
The actual consciousness of the person that I'm with.
then you want to be over. You're with R right now.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just I don't really care which one. I just want to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So you know who you're interacting with. I understand that completely.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And the readings are up on
So-
this screen over here, so you can all see like that they actually switched. I'll just say.
Can't read any of that.
Well, no, I'm just saying narratively.
Yeah,
Alright.
Rags and this other body kind of slowly sits up. Ah. Oh dear. No. No.
Am I supposed to be doing
no.
things?
You can do things. You can interrupt. What do you want to do, Simbo?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, you're the on-site medical officer. You have to guys
Is
figure out how to
Mary
fix
there?
it. Lady Mary is
Yes,
here. Yeah.
Mary is there.
Yeah.
You can.
Mary's standing close to the to R.
Mhm.
She looks concerned.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at from R to Rags to R to Rags. She looks over at Rags. Rags.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. What?
This is a really confusing episode. I know.
Yes.
I just thought like the Discord died or something. Like everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Everything's having problems today. Technical, everything.
Let me turn myself up. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, it was Symbol's computer doing things. Okay, so you.
Lady Mary will look at the body of Rags and go, Rags, is that you?
Who's voicing Rags? Do you want me to do it or?
I no, Rags is in a different body.
Oh yeah.
I would tell somebody that I would tell whoever just asked that they switched bodies, and that's actually Ryan.
Yeah.
Lady Mary will cross her arms, looks over at R's body. Rags, yes.
There we go.
Yeah. When you say that, it sounds like R speaking, but it's like Rags's like emotional kind of like tone.
Doing the voice.
Yeah, doing the voice. Yeah.
Nice voice.
Oh Lord.
What happened? The last thing I remember was I was sitting down in the chair trying to get Aya back and making sure that the 5-year-old didn't sit in the chair. What happened? Well, according to my assistant here, it appears that you and R switched bodies. So we're doing a Freaky Friday? I didn't want to do that. I actually know that reference. Did you ever watch the movie? No, I did. I've watched both movies. Jamie Lee Curtis is a really nice actress.
Wouldn't that have been like 300 years ago, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
But there's still
No,
records.
five.
There's still records of it on the ship.
Yeah.
And I would have watched the movies when they first came out. So Subi, I'm a time traveler.
Is that R saying that?
Well, she is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Technically, she is. She's a time traveler. She would have
Yep.
seen the movies when they first came out.
True. Yeah.
Me, the player, have not seen either movie, but I know of the movie. So
Yeah, I've watched not the new one, but the older one. Continue. That's one of the.
I know there's two of them.
That's one of the texts comes in and says, "I just finished speaking to Ren. She's fine, but I think we have a dilemma, and you two, gesturing to the two people on the medical beds, are to remain here in quarantine because we don't know what's gone on."
I think we switched bodies.
Yes, but
Wait.
your hands start crackling.
14.
R.
Um.
Warning: unstable energy detected.
She's going to blip.
And you blip over to I'll let you
She
pick.
can't. I have a feeling she can't blip out of medical.
No, but
Because she did.
let's just say
She's
you
gonna blip.
blip
Yeah,
over to
she's
this
gonna blip.
bed. You blip over to this bed and fall from the ceiling onto the bed. Thunk. And your body's heavier than normal because physics.
Uh-oh.
Getting rid of game forwarding.
All right. And
Guys. Captain.
Captain. R looks over
Oh,
at
dear.
you and says, "Breathe, concentrate." And this is Rag saying that,
Yes,
like
I
in
know.
Rags's body. Yep.
Yeah.
Try to control your emotions. Slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Do it with me.
Yeah, it's not working. She has gone full panic. She is
As
in a
more
panic attack.
crackling energy pops around you, and she is thrown against the wall. Now she's over here.
She keeps blipping, and every time she does blip, and she gets thrown across like the wall, and she hits the wall.
Yep.
Candies will just pop out like jelly babies.
Yes.
I thought.
Babies, what I missed?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jelly babies.
Jelly babies.
Oh,
'Cause-
the little. I know they are now. I know they are.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Jelly
just pinches the bridge of her snout and basically like, this is gonna take a while, saying that in Rags' voice.
I think one of the times when she gets thrown, she stands up. How tall is R?
R is actually
Five?
6'9.5".
Okay, so she stands.
I'm still taller. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. She stands up and goes, "Okay, now I'm tall." And
You turn around, you're like walking around the room, and you're like,
at this point, she just realizes that she has no tail. She's going to do the dog thing. Where's my tail? Yeah.
and then you blip around upside down.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
crumple
Yeah.
onto the console over here in the corner.
Lady Mary will look at the person who's calm, cool, collective.
Yep. As Rags hops off the bed. I'm sorry about this to everyone, but I wasn't expecting the fact that the subject would be the whole machine wasn't intended to do this. It wasn't built for this. It's just a side effect.
Wait. You said that the machine wasn't built for you and her to switch places?
It wasn't intended. It's, remember, you have to understand the technology is obviously 100% not sanctioned by Starfleet. I was at my wit's end. I was trying to restore my own memories, and now everything's gone upside down. Looking over at Rags.
Ryan's saying that.
Right. Yeah, Ryan's saying this out of Rags' body.
Yep.
Rags, you're still upside down, looking at the room upside down as Rags is saying this to you in the room.
Hey. I'm going to try to unflip myself here. The normal way, not blipping.
Yep, there we go.
37.
Okay.
We need to figure out what's going on with, well, my body. And we also need to...
What's going on with your body is you've got somebody who does not know anything about your powers going completely flip. Which she actually does a flip.
Yes, does a somersault. For the first time ever.
Yep.
And R says, okay, I'm just going to call you Rags, because that way we can identify who is who. Rags, chill, calm down, breathe. The more you panic, the more the powers will manifest. Trust me, He walks over to you, and grabs, like, puts his hand on your hands. He says, "Hold my hands." And it's weird holding your own hands. I know.
Yes, it is.
And he says, closes his eyes and says, "Concentrate on my voice."
Okay. Oh.
And for a brief moment, it's kind of like a semi mind meld, but not much. And it's very distorted and fractured. And you can see slight memories from his past, as him as a child in the continuum. They're beautiful memories, but they're also some of them are a little tragic. I'm not going to go into those.
Okay.
But like, you realize, like, when his powers were manifesting, how he learned to adapt on his own. And he says, in your like your mind space, concentrate on these ideas. You're gonna have to get used to this body until we can figure out how to revert us back. And he lets go of your hands, and your mind snaps back into the body that you've borrowed. Breathe. Better. I know it may be smaller than you, and also, how do you move in this? She looks around and like looks at her tail and is like, level of locomotion is different. I'm gonna have to get used to this. As Rags looks over at herself and be like, "Don't play with my body." Basically.
Well, you realize you have a tail. I realize that I don't, and I don't like it when. Okay, I have been tall people before because Lady Mary has let me borrow her bodies. I know she doesn't have a tail, but it's really weird when I don't have one.
The little Rags looks over at Oran's like, "So you've done this before? Well, that will help."
Being in another body, yes. Being in a body that has powers, no. Because usually when I've joined her in her body, she's turned her powers off, so I can't mess with them. Apparently.
Well, today's
That's
a
so
different
funny.
day, and so the little Rags walks up to you, Aqualis, and looks up at you and says, "Mr. Aqualis, I know this may be Miss Aqualis, I know this might be awkward for you, but if you and Lady Mary over there could please work on a way to fix this, I'd really like my body back."
Yeah, we will figure that out.
Yes,
Once
we
we
will.
reach Saturn, I hope, because as this PA comm, Captain, we are just about to enter the Cyrus system, which is about another 600 light years from Sol. Just letting you know where we are in relationships to Saturn. Bridge out.
Acknowledged. Readjust the course heading so that we land outside
Of Saturn's rings at the outpost where Simbel, aka Aqualis, and the Science Council will convene. Well, right now, I am allowing a open RP for characters to kind of just get used to their new bodies, interact with other characters, just kind of roam the ship until we arrive. This is kind of like testing the waters for like your new character styles. So feel free to do what you guys want to do.
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
Me and Ren are kind of like somewhere important. Like we're still in the mid bay, but I think we're kind of gonna calmer area because I know
you're actually over here in the other sick bay because they're connected. So you come over here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use Taval's token as a marker for that. Oh wait, there's not.
I'm kind of
invisible token.
Like in the center of everything.
Yeah, you want to come over there too? All right. Yeah. So you come up over there, leaving the rest of them in that room, and Ren is lying on the medical bed, kind of just breathing slowly, and the Gordon therapist walks in and basically explains what's happened. It says she needs rest. I'll ask her questions later, but I think you need to speak to her and get some more information out of her so I can do some more analysis of where these strange powers manifest. I have an idea, but I need to go talk to the people in the other room. I'll be right back. As he exits.
Right.
Leaving you two
So-
at our bedside. His bedside.
I just go, yeah, I go up to Rin's hands. I just take one and just, like, as any parent would do.
It's
you know,
very,
like,
it's very clammy, like sweat. Like
she doesn't care. Her
Yeah.
son has just like had a huge thing. She's just like just sitting by him, and just has so many things in her head.
Yep. And
And
Ren opens her eyes,
Captain
his eyes
just-
slowly.
Just trying to rack her brain, trying to figure out where these powers came from.
Ren opens his eyes. Mom, Dad, Ruby. Oh God, Ren. Oh, she just kind of like gently hugs him and, you know, just kisses his forehead like.
As
I'm
the
scared.
you have a
Tell
sudden
Ren thing.
Ren has a sudden flashback of the arena
Yeah.
and the strange powers as her eyes kind of. I know she has eagle eyes, kind of, but like there's like this kind of like shimmer of light that goes across her eyes briefly, and both of you notice it, and a slight tingle in your hand as you're holding her hand. Ren arcs through your hand into your mother's hands.
Oh.
It's kind of like a little bit of a love kind of thing, but also it's not painful. It's just kind of like a little like electric shock.
Oh. Ruby just takes it like a boss that she is. She
Your
felt that
feathers
pain.
start to stand a little bit on end, but not much.
She kind of like flip a little bit, like just puff a bit. Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, mm-mm. She just still holds on to her son's hand and just cries a little bit, but not let anyone else see, but maybe her captain.
Yeah. Captain, what do you want to do? Do you guys want to ask questions? Do you want to like try to figure out what you guys want to do? Because there's still a lot unanswered.
Right now, you would just want to hug Ren as well.
Okay. Well,
yeah, we're just all just
okay.
probably just embracing each other because we haven't seen our son since he was kidnapped and everything, and he's just terrified of his own wits.
All right. I'm gonna let that scene go, and we're gonna switch back over to this scene with the Qualis, Lady Mary, and the other two in the room. As the Gorn walks in. So, Mr. R. Is it?
Well, kind of.
Which one? He points to both of you. Which one's the real one?
That one.
He looks over at the tiny kobold creature and says, apparently your powers have also begun to manifest in the captain's son. Mind explaining yourself? And for the first time ever, the jaw drops on Rags. And then closes. Well, that's not supposed to be happening.
Why is that supposed to be happening? I mean, okay.
Temporal bleed.
Yes, temporal bleed, but you said that the child had your memories. Don't you think that the powers would have manifest right along with that?
That you do have a point, Rags. But it's
You know, I do tend to think with this lump of gray matter that's up in my head. Not completely stupid.
trust me, that gray matter up there, Rags looks up at you, is a lot more powerful than what's in here as she points to her skull. Be gentle
Don't
with
sell
it.
yourself short.
He says, "Well, I'm peckish. I want to go get something to eat, and I don't think
Here's Tansy.
the level of quarantine is necessary for what's going on right now. As long as you look over at Rags, can control yourself on the ship and not just jump around like a. I'll teach you."
Maniac.
Rags just head darts over to Aqualis and nods.
Here's
That was
Tansy.
more out of character, trying to like figure out a name.
Yeah.
Word choice. That was out of character word choice.
It's okay. I'm putting it in
That's fine.
character. Briefly.
What?
It's okay.
Rags will
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too.
Well, we could all
Yeah,
go to the
here's
mess hall.
Hansy.
Hansy
Hansy.
pops into the room.
Not a chance. You two, not a chance. Well, maybe Rag. Well, Tiny, the one she points to our body. Maybe Rex, but not you are. Your butt is staying here.
They both
What
look.
you did to everyone on the ship.
I just had my dinner.
So, does that mean I'm confined to quarters, says Rags.
Pretty much.
Well, that's just great.
I will bring you your food. Plus, you can know you guys have a body. I'm a walking head, for Christ's sake.
Now,
Toss up it.
hang on a second. Hang on a second. I don't know why you're upset.
Or
I really don't.
I mean, Lady Mary, we have a crazy being who just kidnapped Ren, almost had him in a fighting pit. Previous missions I don't remember. So why are we letting this guy walk around on our ship freely like, oh, nothing happened? I say we keep him up here. Maybe Rex, since she's in the body of him, up here for just keep on the down low and stuff. Bad enough that Ren and the captain and Ruby are kind of having their own issues in the next room over. I says these two stay here. Well, good people like us don't act suspicious. Just grab what they need.
The Rags looks over at like whoever's like looks at Hansy and says like, I don't remember you getting commander rank, but who's the highest ranking officer here?
Our
That would
captain
be-
and Ruby.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And Lady Mary.
I meant in the room.
Well, that would be that would be Lady Mary. Hi, mommy.
Mhm.
She
Well,
would
then-
be the highest in this room.
Okay, well
and in
then.
the other room, it's Captain, my captain. Yes, thank you, Rags. Yes. Go to the bed. Sit. Yes, ma'am. She'll walk over to the bed that she originally started off in and sit down.
Yep.
Yeah, she is following what her mother's just said.
Yep.
She will now look over at Ruby.
Not Ruby. Ruby's not in the room.
Hansy's in the room.
Hansy.
Yeah. Okay. Who's in the room?
Hansy.
Hansy.
Yeah.
Hansy?
I don't know.
Yes.
Alright. And she'll look over at Hansy and
Game 13.
okay. Obviously, we've got problems right here in River City. We've got to get those two back in their bodies. I'm pretty sure Rags would love to be back in her body. She really does take pride in her tail.
Yes, I believe that.
As over here with the Ren situation. Captain, we are just about ready to drop out of warp above Saturn. Do you need anything? Also, the Saturnian Science Council is. Go ahead.
And request an Arcelian iced tea.
Arcelian iced tea, hot or cold? iced.
Ice.
The replicator brews. For the first time ever, it brews a Ractigino surprise. And it's in a bowl. It just sits there.
And it sits there. Okay.
And then
I
simmers.
go up.
Yeah.
Bubbles. And then
Bubble,
the bowl
bubble, toil in trouble.
and then the bowl
Cauldron burn and
explodes
something.
all over the replicator's internals.
How did I know that was gonna happen?
What?
Agreed.
What?
I just had a
The thing
feeling
is-
I knew that was gonna. Oh.
Explosive Ractigino surprise.
Ah, jeez.
Apparently this replicator
Should've-
has...
I wanted my iced tea.
It tries brewing another one. And this time it actually is the iced tea, but it's hot.
Mm.
There's
Hey,
ice cubes in a hot tea.
No.
Eh.
You just hear Ruby just kind of like giggle and kind of gets a little irritated. Hun, they need you up at the main deck. I can stay with Ren. You gotta do what you gotta do. Two of us can just stay here together.
Captain, the Satyrian Science Council is requesting to come aboard. They say they have questions for our resident scientist.
Would that be me or
Yes.
the
Yes,
other?
you.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I'm
go
like
up to
med-
her.
This would be you.
I go up to her and I'm like,
Somebody
just
said that I was the
deck.
medic, so I'm like, what?
Well, you're doing dual role right now.
Right.
So I go up to her and I'm like,
Kind of figured, like I was thinking, yeah, that's probably what's
yeah,
going on.
you go handle this stuff. This
Alright,
is your job.
I get to play. That's
I
nice.
can take care of Ren. Go and take care of stuff.
I'll grab my tea and head towards the transporter room and signal for Paulus to join me in transporter room 1.
Alright.
Alright, and
Since,
then I will go over to whatever room that is.
Yep, let me go to transporter room, which we actually have a massive transporter room. It's so big that it's not even on the map. There it is. Alright, everyone's so small, but I'm gonna just make you a little bigger.
What you just saying? Like, nah, you say we make it bigger.
Put that over there. Alright, and yeah, and I'm gonna put Qualis' token. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Oop. There we go. Make you a little bigger. There we go. As beaming in is one of the Science Council leads, accompanied by 2 other assistants, and they say, basically, we've received the report from you, Aqualis, about the situation revolving around the entity known as R. And we have questions.
We have questions, okay.
First off, how did this happen? Second, do we even want to trust the entity known as R, regardless of what body they're in? The council needs to convene.
I would say do not trust, and that I do not. It was a mind link gone wrong. That's what it was, right?
It was it's a mind link gone wrong. Using 100% illegal and illicit technology that is not sanctioned by Starfleet or even the Satyrian government. Saturnian government. The fact that this outlaw committed a crime against the entire galaxy means that we would have to take action to prevent future consequences from occurring. But I don't have the authority to speak on that, as you well know, Aqualis. The Supreme
Find
Council,
someone who does.
the Supreme Council would have to convene, which means that you are needed back on the station, along with everyone else involved, including the other two. The one that goes by
Other
Rags,
two.
and the one that goes
Oh.
by R.
That is fine.
All right. So, as the council convenes, I don't have a scene for the council chambers, unfortunately. So, we're on the station in the same chambers where we had the court case scene. All too familiar.
We're having another court. Lovely.
Uh-huh. And
okay.
Rags and R's are brought forward. And Rags is placed in on the bench, and R is placed on kind of like on a witness stand. Please explain to us what exactly happened, says the councilman. And
exactly happened? From the beginning?
Yes, please, Miss Rags.
Okay. And she explains from her point of view what happened.
And this battle arena, what happened there? Were you there in the battle arena?
Yes. Yes, I was.
And you saw the one known as Ren exhibit unusual, how should I put it, abilities?
To protect themselves. Yes.
He looks over, the councilman looks over at Aqualis. Your thoughts? You are the lead on this subject.
All right. So here's the problem that I wasn't actually there when this happened for episode 3.
I know.
So I'm kind of lost.
You're kind of lost. I get it. So what happened is, Ren has exhibited powers
I'm basically
from
gonna say
Q.
whatever you tell me to say because
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's fair.
So
basically,
what happened is Ren started exhibiting very Q-like abilities.
Because Ren has some of the residual memories of R in her.
Okay, yeah. So I would say that. I thought Ren is male, by the way.
Ren is male. And I'm going to keep doing that, and I do apologize. Please step on me if I say anything wrong like that again.
Step on
It's fine.
Okay, then.
Fine. We're not going to step on you.
Your space might be used as a punching bag if he keeps doing it, but that's neither here nor there.
Fair enough. So the council member looks at it, nods at Aqualis and says, very well. So we have two dilemma. A child who has apparently some residual DNA from the continuum in her, in them, him. He looks down at his paperwork, him. We also have another dilemma where we have a child and a grown man who have switched bodies.
Rags is not a child, though, right? Or am I crazy?
According to this report, she is about the human age of 8.
Yes, and by the things of the Kobold Society, I'm an adult. It's really weird.
Yeah. So yeah, she is an adult. Okay. So I'm not crazy.
She is an adult, but by human standards, she's not. It's, as I said, it's really weird.
Yep. The councilman continues and says, given the nature of what has happened and what has transpired with the entity known as R and Rags, with the accompaniment of counseling from the Federation, hereby decree that the entity known as R will remain on PR-31 as a science operations liaison, civilian only, and be required to serve out the rest of his lifelong sentence working for Section 31 and PR-31 and the crew of the Silverlight.
So basically, he works for
Oh.
us now.
Yes, basically he's been conscripted.
Hey,
Forcibly.
well, when you put it like that, I guess.
Forcibly against his will, but he had no choice.
Something about that doesn't sound right, but I guess
since what he did was so wrong and so egregious, they decided to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Is
just
there a
outright
way
kill
to
him,
strip
because that's a no-no.
part of his
That doesn't
powers?
sound right.
Yeah. You want to speak?
Yes, I was wondering if there is a galactic way to strip R of his abilities.
That is currently being worked on. He looks over at Aqualis. I believe your science team has developed something along these lines. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Very well. Hopefully your team will be able to reverse whatever happened. He gestures to the two individuals at the podiums. Because
That is
And
my hope
afterwards,
as well.
just drinking her tea.
Yep. With that being said, he bangs his gavel. The court is now concluded. Once they get their body back, will be required to be transported to PR-31, where he will serve out the rest of his sentence. As for the rest of the crew, routine checkups will be required on the entity every 3 months. And he gets up from his chair and says, "Court is now concluded. You may return to whatever you were doing prior." And he leaves the chambers, leaving the court kind of just in awe of what just happened. Because I mean, there are some approved holographic Starfleet officers there. There's Section 31 there as holograms, obviously, because they can't come to Saturn. There's you guys, and then there's like some other like partnered like alliance holograms that have also been allowed to visit Saturn as holograms for this council meeting to weigh in. And a lot of it's a lot of mixed feelings about this entity R, and like, should he be allowed to serve out his sentence? Should he not?
Yeah.
It's kind of like all up in the air.
Incoming transmission.
Jackson's mom. I don't know who this is, but welcome aboard the crew and welcome aboard the Silverlight. Jackson Mon, I guess. Oh, Jackson Mon. Yeah, sorry. Why did I put an other M at the end? I apologize. But welcome to the crew. Welcome to the Silverlight. Right now we're dealing with a court hearing with two characters who have switched bodies on Saturn. Right now is where the scene is unfolding. The court is just concluded, and we are trying to figure out how to deal with the science dilemma that is two people switching bodies and having a Freaky Friday moment.
Okay.
So yes. So we're gonna go to the lab, back on the ship with Aqualis. So I'm gonna take your token. Copy token. And let me go to. We'll go to. I guess. Yeah, we'll go to. Yeah, it would be the chem lab.
Okay.
Oop. Come on. Ooh, here we are. The chem lab. Oh, Qualis, you're already there. So I don't need to drop you in. And I need to go grab Rags. And then R, we'll just use this token again. Nope, stop, not that. You guys are just sitting in the chair across from each other right now.
Yeah.
Well, Aqualis is busy working on figuring out how to reverse the side effects of this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that, Aqualis, you're gonna have to roll me a Insight science check, difficulty 3.
Give me 1 second.
Take your time.
Are we back in sickbay?
You guys are back in sickbay, but they have transported the 2 individuals known as Rags and R into the lab so that they can do research.
All right, let me
And they're not allowed to
remember.
leave the lab unless escorted by
Figure out how to
security.
remember how to do this.
Yep.
You said insight and
Insight science.
15. I better not fail this. How many dice?
You're rolling 2 to start, and you guys have no momentum on the board.
Why don't we have a
Actually, wait. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys 6 momentum to start. So you can spend momentum. You can spend momentum to gain extra die, juice it.
All right.
If you like.
So what am I actually rolling for?
You're rolling to.
Like,
so how it works is you start with 2 dice. You spend momentum to get additional dice to meet the requirements of the number of dice needed to be rolled on my end. So the difficulty the difficulty is 3. So I'm rolling 3 dice on the background. I can't tell you how many points you need. You just need to start with 2 or spend momentum to get above 3.
What? I'm confused.
Okay.
Difficulty means the number of points I need, right? That's what difficulty means?
Yes. Difficulty means that, exactly.
I need 3 points.
You need three total points, yes, to win. But you only have 2 dice working with to start, so...
Yeah. Could I get an assist from somebody to try to get a 3rd point?
The captain can assist, yes. He's rolling a single dice, though, to assist. But wait for it. You roll first, Qualis, and then he rolls next, because that's how it goes. Because it's dependent on if you succeed.
Can I try again if this doesn't work?
Sorry, repeat that.
Can I try again if this roll doesn't work?
Yes, but I'm going to increase your comp range by 1 because you're trying again.
And that just means a critical fail with a 19 or 20
ratio gets higher. Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to roll the 2 and see what happens.
Okay.
Then we're rolling insight science, right?
Yes, insight science by 1.
Number 6.
So, yep, roll, Captain. That's enough to succeed. You figured out that their DNA structures in their... Basically, a couple segments of their DNA have basically fused during the process. Which means that you're going to have to reconstruct the experiment that was done to them originally, but under safer conditions. And by safe, I mean somewhat safe, because obviously the experiment is not tested, it's not legal. So you're going to have to jump through a lot of hoops to basically get this approved for emergency situations, and then you're going to have to build the thing in the holodeck. But you have a working theory of what happened.
Captain has an idea of how to do that.
You're not in this scene yet, so Aqualis is going to have to come to you and let you know what. But if you want to come into the scene, you can.
Their DNA is...
Yeah, I'll come into it. Well, I should have been in the scene already since I rolled to assist.
Yeah. Okay, give me a second while I go grab your character token.
I saw that.
What? The cue balls?
12 ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
That's all hilarious. The assets that I had. Right, so... Claus, you see the captain come over from the other room. And basically... Yep. Go ahead, Captain. Whoever wants to scan.
As far as separating the DNA, we might be able to use the transporters.
That sounds like it would work. Yeah, that does sound like it would work.
But it has been done successfully in the past.
Yeah. What could go wrong, though, is the problem.
As the computer relays information that I'm going to read from... because I have us all broken down into acts. Where is it? Where is it? We're on Act. Wow, we have accelerated through that act. Yeah, so we already know the minds have switched, blah 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 blah. Our coaches, blah blah blah. Yeah. If the minds don't realign perfectly, both could collapse into a complete neural chaos.
That does not sound good.
If Rags in R's body loses control of the powers that were given to her during the link process, the entire station and the ship could be destroyed.
Why is that a thing though?
Because of the riskiness of this technology and the amount of power needed to operate it.
Oh, it's the power. Okay, yeah.
It's the power output
that
because
makes
you're basically taking two consciousnesses and basically slamming them together and then stitching them back together.
Okay.
That's a lot of energy needed to do that.
That sounds like a lot of energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of cosmic energy to boot.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. As the computer readout basically explains that the risks. As you look at the captain.
I like to think that there is residual evidence of my home thing when I was doing that with my phaser when I was experimenting in this chem lab.
Yeah. There's residual evidence of it lying around. The captain looks at it.
Yeah, I still remember the eureka moment when I got that first to work and how like, oh man, yeah, that was.
The actual phaser's just sitting on the table like.
Oh, I'd have it on me.
Yeah, but like the prototype phaser, the extra one that you built two copies, is just lying on the table over there.
While that's going on, I'm furiously typing on the computer, trying to go over and running several different simulations on how to do this.
All right, roll me a reason science difficulty 3.
Using my xenobiology.
Reduce the difficulty down to 2.
Do you want me to assist that?
You could. I'll allow it.
What rolls?
So you're rolling you'd be rolling control science.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
And you're rolling one single dice. So you take the 2 under like the dice roll and just drop it down to 1.
I know how to. Okay. That's good. I know how to do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the momentum for a third die.
Spending momentum for a third die down to 5.
3.
That is 1 cop.
Which I could quash.
Spend 2 momentum to quash.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let me get the other dice in it. You said it's something and science?
Control science.
Control science.
Okay, 15. I should be okay.
Yep.
Hopefully. Task roll. 19. Okay, I'm glad that wasn't a 20 then.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
you have enough. It's not enough to succeed. You're stumped by one thing, which is basically how to contain this massive amount of energy in a confined space while siphoning that.
Core?
Not even the warp core is powerful enough. You like reading looking at the simulations.
Wow.
Like not even a warp core is powerful enough to sustain the energy needed.
So there's pretty much no way to take care of this?
There is a way, but you're gonna have to build something unique.
Okay.
Something that can output a massive amount of energy.
Something stronger than a Q.
Rags in Q's body looks over and says, I don't know if that's possible. Sorry. And then it hits Q, R says, now there's a thought. What if we had Ren be the conduit? She has the mental capability and some of my powers to basically output, with some training, enough energy to possibly pull this off. He looks over at the captain. If you're willing.
Possibly. I will need to confer with Lady M about this, but I will have an answer within an hour.
All right. Do you want to continue researching, or do you want to guys like do something else right now?
I'd probably continue.
Yep.
I'll let Aqualis continue doing research into this. I will head to my ready room and summon Lady M.
Okay.
Lady
going
Mary
to-
will come into.
Hold on.
Into
Let me go to the ready room. Where's the captain's
Please
ready
do.
room? Captain's ready room. Boop. There we go.
13.
On the table, there's 2 mugs of extremely high quality tea.
That's not there. That's not there. He's not here.
Where's the Kraken head in all this?
Yeah.
What?
There's. Oh, the Kraken head's gone. That disappeared.
Where?
We couldn't have put it back though, like.
No,
That
it
was a
disappeared.
trophy.
It disappeared from.
From this reality.
Yeah, because reasons. But yeah.
Because of reasons, yes. Because of reasons.
I would have said that should have been brought back if I had thought of it.
I mean, we can discuss that later. But Captain, you walk into your ready room, and Ruby's already
let's
here.
discuss it later.
Ruby's already here in the room with you, or waiting in the room on the chair. Captain, what do you want to do?
I'll sit down and begin the meeting in earnest.
Aren't you gonna wait for Lady Mary to show up?
You sit
We are
down.
waiting.
You're waiting, and you're just looking over at the computer, and then hold on.
As we're waiting, several mugs of this very potent tea mixture materialize on the table for those that will be present.
And this time they're accurate. They're not messed up. Because the replicator in your suite was actually fixed, the first one to be fixed. As Lady Mary walks into the room.
The tea strand consists of peppermint, Earl Grey, and passion, which quite a good blend, actually.
I need to try that blend. That sounds good. Okay, Lady Mary will walk in. You called Captain, my captain. Let me go sit down. Get a seat.
Yes. We have a bit of a dilemma on our hands.
What is it?
Something of cosmic proportion.
Okay.
As you all know, Ren has displayed the Q-like abilities.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what I am about to request, it may sound odd, but I'm asking you to train him in use of those abilities.
Well, I'll certainly do my best. What about separating my daughter from the other Q in the room?
This was also at the request of Rax. We have found a way to possibly separate them, but a massive amount of power is needed.
What was the suggested way?
We use that Ren's abilities are used as a medium.
And also on your table, you see on your data pad that you're reading from Rags that typed this up, aka R.
Everything that we have discussed in the last 5 hours is on the pad.
Yeah. So basically, you're going to be siphoning energy through Ren as a conduit from the warp core.
Uh-huh.
So Ren is going to be plugged basically into the warp core using a helmet thing with like a bunch of wires sticking out of it. And then she's going to be basically hooked up to the two chairs that are going to be constructed that are going to be connected to the biobeds for each patient. But you're going to have to
And
take the
just-
whole... I'm not done. In order to siphon that much energy
Whoa.
through Ren, you're going to have to basically take the whole ship down to gray mode, have the warp core running at full maximum overload capability, and push as much energy through the warp core as you can, through Ren, into these two bodies.
Lady Mary kind of she's reading this on the the pad, right?
Also, life support will have to be turned off for this task to be done.
I don't like putting
And-
that much. I don't like putting that much. Power into a 5-year-old.
Yeah, something seems not right about that.
Yeah.
And this is something that the science team has been researching religiously, and
The other option on the table is basically not with the warp core, but using Ren as him as a conduit, but having having the ship use a deflector dish to siphon a massive amount of energy from a what they call black star, or basically a star going supernova at the exact moment. And siphoning that energy through the deflector dish into the ship's systems, and then using Ren as a conduit with basically a kind of like a valve control kind of thing for like the energy flowing through her to be more him throwing through him to be basically more stable, so you can have more control over how much energy is flowing through Ren, but at the cost of the ship.
That's not really viable, it sounds like.
These are the only two options they could come up with at the spur of the moment. They're still researching. If you guys have other ideas, please bring them forward.
Again.
Well, Lady Mary goes, I don't like any of these options because it's putting power through a 5-year-old. We're using a 5-year-old who has absolutely no idea what they're doing.
whom is apparently part 2. How?
Apparently.
I don't know.
Ruby, do you have any
But I have
any thoughts about this?
painstakingly going over this to be as safe as possible.
I know. It's just I feel like Rags felt. That's the reason why Rags climbed into the machine. This is a 5-year-old. You're a 5-year-old. I'm not going to put your child in this kind of danger.
I don't like it any more than anybody else.
What if we, and this is one of the science officers over the computer asking, what if we asked Ren if they wanted to volunteer for this? I mean, basically it's their body being put on the line. It should. What? Qualis?
I feel like if he consents to it, then that at least is a little more of a comfort than it would be.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let it be known that the captain is very mixed feelings about this whole thing.
I know.
Well, I mean, the scientist
Because
says
to her, Rags is an adopted sister.
Yeah.
I know.
And this is her son. So she's very perplexed.
Well, I don't know
and
where
then the proverbial
Go ahead.
Rock and a hard place.
Yeah. As the scientist says, we don't know where we can find enough, even barely enough energy, without some form of a conduit to siphon that much power. I mean, one of the scientists looks up from the console and says, "There is one last way, but Captain, you're not gonna like it, and it will cost you. It will cost you It will cost you the body of your ship. The saucer section we'd separate. Do the operation on the saucer section. Would you like to hear the theory?"
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. This is the science officer. Basically, what we do is we put everyone on the saucer section, all essential crew, offload any excess crew to a station nearby, located near PR 31. Then we'd fly out to sector the Honus sector, where we know that there's a supernova about to go off. Have the ship's warp core remotely synced to the secondary warp core on the saucer section, and point the deflector dish at the saucer section while the two ship components are separated. Detonate the main warp core while the supernova is going off. At the exact moment that happens, we have that energy burst at the saucer section, bathing the entire saucer section in radiant energy. That would be enough energy for just a brief second to snap these two people back to their own bodies.
Hmm.
However, we would have to sacrifice the main frame of the main superstructure of the main part of the ship. The saucer section might survive, but take critical damage.
The leader.
Well,
Is there a different ship that's like being decommissioned that we can try this on?
actually, I may have a solution for that.
What's the
The science officer looks up and says, "Captain, we're all ears."
I will bring up a requisition form that I had submitted months and months and months ago.
Requisition form. Months of. What is this requisition form for?
Spare parts for the Silverlight.
Specifically, what kind of parts, if I might ask?
Replacement saucer section.
Okay, and I'm also going to DM you.
And
Because I remember you wanted to do this, so I'm going to message you, Jordan.
What about the star drive section?
That was also a requisition, but from a separate shipyard. Knowing that we
It
go
means
through
we have a
ships like
spare of the entire
crazy.
ship.
Essentially.
That is awesome. That doesn't have everybody's like personal belongings on
Ships.
it?
Pretty much.
That is great, actually.
Essentially, it would be the next in line.
Yeah.
There we go. I messaged you, Jordan.
Yeah, give me a second. What? Phone's being crazy right now.
Lady Mary's gonna look over at Ruby. Do you have any thoughts about what's going on?
At this point, I don't know. I'm just worried for my own son's sake. This whole thing with him having powers.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, me or his the captain never had anything like this. Not in our DNA, our biology. We don't have anything like that. None of this should make sense.
And there is a little bit.
Powers.
Yes.
There's a little bit of telepathy from my side, but that's it.
Yeah, I know you too well.
Okay. I am you, part of the continuum. I can teach your son how to control those powers, but being 5, he's going to act like he is the Fairly Odd Parents and wants every one of his wishes to come true. If you've ever seen that ancient piece of cartoons.
Look, I can understand you, Lady Mary, but I know my son could probably handle what training you're going to give him.
All right.
I just wish I was there with him to go through all this.
There's no thing in the rulebooks that says you can't.
I don't have any powers like what you have or your abilities are. I'm just a I'm just a normal forgot my race is.
Valorian.
Yes.
Valorian, we're just normal bird people. We're nothing special.
Ah, that's where you're wrong. You are something special. You are that child's mother. And for me to teach the child who is 5, I think the child's mother should also be involved in this because you're his mom.
Yeah.
He is
I do.
scared, and if I come in there, guns blazing, saying that you have to do this, he's going to react to me like nobody's business. You need to be in there. You are something special. There's nobody in any of the universes that I have ever met that isn't special.
Is it a multiverse?
I believe you,
Multiverse,
Lady
yes,
Mary.
Yes,
multiverse.
And,
multiverse.
and I will
Multiverse.
take your request. I mean, if I knew if my people had like ties to some ancient legend.
I know
I
from
mean,
the Dorian side of things, there are quite a bit of telepathic potential with psychic powers, but
Well, the
this
psychic powers.
is on a level unknown.
There we go. The psychic powers. Well, there is a psychic link between me and your hubby. Because, well, no, not your hubby, your wife?
mate. Yeah.
Mate? There we go, mate.
Yeah, just say mate.
Mate. Because your mate thought it was pretty neat that I could talk to my daughter without having to use the communicator.
Yes.
I can do that. That was out of character, by the way.
You're
There we
fine.
go.
Yep.
I just think it's funny.
I believe it. I've heard stories of my mate and the whole crew have their own adventures and everything.
Oh,
I've
yes,
read the stories.
This is backstory,
We-
Trish, for
Yeah.
basically the ancient component of her species. Because remember, the continuum was the origin point of where everything happened, and everything spread out from there.
I'm
Yep.
quite aware. Thank you. Now
Go ahead. Okay,
Yeah, we're having a moment here. Shush.
go ahead.
You're not in this scene. Hush.
GM Cloud floats
Right.
angrily overhead.
With an eyeball. I'm sorry. That's the way that I see GMs. And GM sitting on cloud.
Yeah, pretty much what I see too is the GM just sitting on cloud. Here's Ruby going, just blew this cloud away. Just
Oh yeah. Look.
What? Oh, what are you doing? You silly.
anyways.
Anyway.
But I heard stories, and yes, you are amazing, Lady Mary. Yeah,
Thank
Lady
you.
Mary.
Yes.
I'm just a cadet, captain pilot. I know how to handle myself and everything else. What my people have learned. There is nothing about mythical about us. That's all I know. But I believe your word, and I'm going to join my son and you with this training that he is going on through.
Thank you. Oh, and to address the room, yes. Universes. I've been places where I've been in a blue box. I've been places where there's been a floating city. That's my favorite one.
Nice.
A floating city with a empress that, well, her daughter's now empress, and I went and married.
Hmm. Like I said, you are amazing, and so is the rest of the crew here. And you can count me that I'll admit that Hansy, she looks around like keeping her keen eyes, like make sure Hansy's not listening. And
A vent above you just makes a subtle
I'm just
and then skittering overhead.
Oh.
it's like just like haptic. Anyways, back to Ruby. She's like, I'll admit, Hansy has her moments of amazingness. In the
Yes.
bed.
Yo,
But yeah,
Yo.
I will take this journey to be with my son and go through this spiritual journey.
Yes.
so I'm waiting for that list, and then as soon as I get it, I will start it. But
Alright. Alright. So, basically the, Captain, you get a message from Starfleet Command. The prototype is ready. Captain, if you're there.
Quickly, huh?
Well, no, the requisition thing that he months and months and months in advance. He's. Would you like to put your cards on the table and explain what the option D is for the crew?
well, the option that was requisite for that was a ship that was located way back when and has been retrofitted with a new flash drive.
What's the name of the drive?
It's called the Eclipse drive. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. While this drive is brand new, it's
Brand spanking new, huh?
it's technically a more advanced, more refined, higher output version of a warp core, but it uses basically it's a cross between a dilithium matrix and what the Romulans use in their transit technology, or I think they use a collapsing star that's self-contained. So a lot more energy output. But their they basically Starfleet went to the Romulans and basically said, "Here's a piece of technology we want to build. Work with us." First time ever in
Is this one of Section 31
Yep.
things?
Yep. That's basically where like the Romulans were basically brought to the table and basically like, we have a dilemma. We want to build a new drive. We want to share technologies. And Starfleet actually, for the first time ever, shared some basic rudimentary technology with the Romulans. Extremely basic. Like if the Romulans tried, they could have easily hacked into a system and found it. But it's all Starfleet was willing to give them in exchange for their help. So mutual trust was given to.
This is going back to when we were in the nebula.
Yeah.
When we found one of my father's ships. The blueprint for this vessel was contained within the database that we downloaded.
Okay.
Yep.
So when we started this Section 31
project,
I secretly had it sent out to be commissioned and built under the project codename Nellie Bly.
Right.
So the ship is now complete.
so we can use the Nellie Bly as a power conduit instead of using your own ship and risking destruction of your own ship.
Yeah, in which case I'll recommission that to be built again, but for
Yep.
future use.
Yep.
In case we need to blow up another ship.
Right. Fair enough.
As the Science
We
Council,
blew up too many ships.
as the science officers in the call say, basically, so the plan is going forward, we're not using the sun as a conduit, and we're just using the new ship captain, correct?
Correct, because the Eclipse drive has essentially the power of a star.
Very well. We'll get
As
to
a,
work on sending a
cargo.
team over to the Nellie Bly once it arrives in orbit. And that's going to be in an hour. So within an hour of game, like basically, technically like a pseudo hour, you guys are free to do whatever you want, intergate, do more research, plan more things, do training with Ren or maybe R and Rags.
Yeah, well, we'll start with the training with Ren, and then we'll do the training with R.
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna go to Captain. I'm gonna just say it's gonna happen in the captain's quarters.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
we're just gonna have Ren just. I'm just gonna put a random token down like the image because fuck it. Ren is not that small. There. Sorry. I meant to say screw it. But yeah. There's Ren. They come in. They waddle in. Well, not waddle in, but they walk in, and they're very nervous. As these three people are sitting around the table just waiting for her.
Him.
I'm sorry, I keep doing this and I'm so bad at this. I'm gonna actually take away, every time I do that, I'm gonna take away, like, threat points because it's only fair. Because I keep doing this and it's penalizing me, so I'm gonna just do this.
You can do that, or you can also just imagine Q's body on a punching bag, and the captain pummeling his face every time.
Nope. We're gonna go with the removal of
That's true.
threat.
That's true.
Okay, good. So Red walks in, looks at the three of you.
Mm-hmm. I look at Ren. Hi, Ren. Do you know who I am?
You're Rags' mother, right?
That's right. I am Rax's mother. That's my name.
Lady Mary?
Very good.
Ruby just smiles happy.
Now, I hear that you are exhibiting some very scary abilities. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to teach you how to use those abilities safely.
I'm not gonna hurt anyone, right?
I'm not going to let you hurt anyone. Okay?
Because during that time in the ring, he kind of remembers what happened in the ring when he had to, like, almost murdered people.
Yep. Yeah. The finger of death.
Remember what happened to the guard in the billiards episode too?
Yep.
Oh man.
He doesn't want to go through all that again of just killing people. He's just like afraid of that would haunt him forever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.